finally made it, and on today's adventure, we're going to explore the Black Pearl Mine. But before we get too far, it's about time for some lunch. So we're going to find somewhere nice to sit down, maybe try to get out of the wind, and have something to eat. What have we got for lunch today?
We have got Funyuns. We've got little bowls of fruit, mango, and roast beef sandwiches.
And this little beauty was very well hidden.
So this must have been for dynamite storage.
It would have to be. It's placed in between several boulders.
Solid concrete.
Yep, pretty solid concrete, and
It's got, before we go in, it's got
oh yeah, rail track.
a support beams.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see them actually going through inside.
Yep.
So it's not very big.
Not huge. And then also, so on the ground here, don't know if that's the remains of the door, but generally they would have a subfloor as well, so that water seepage wouldn't get into the explosives.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. But you can also see how they built it or poured it in segments. You can see the different layers. So they started with the first layer here. They moved the pour up again and again and again. So,
Shall I do a size comparison? Five foot 3.5, and that half an inch is really important, as you know by now. And oops. So that's the width, that's the height, and from back to front, 1, 2. I would say that's maybe 5 foot. There you go.
cool. And then you can see, also will show why it was a bit difficult to spot. If you see the rest of the rocks out over there, they have the same appearance as the cement roof.
So it was literally built in between rocks for double
Right.
protection.
Yep, in case worst case scenario happened, then it's well away from the mine, well away from the miners. If it happened at night, if they're sleeping, what have you. So, very cool.
Let's see what else we can find.
And here we have the remains of a dump truck. So we've only got the back bit here. There's no frame rail, there's no cab, nothing else. So
There's a number here. Hang on, let me get my shadow out of the way. It says 7, is that 9081?
possibly it's what I'm seeing on that. So what is this building?
I would say this could possibly be the shower house. Concrete floors, high windows, stop people being able to peek in.
No more peeping Toms.
And then this would be the shower. There's drain, so they could wash themselves after they've done a hard day's work in the mine. Yeah, you got the drain there, so definitely the shower house.
Yeah, so I'd imagine on either side of the shower here, there could be some cubbies and things to,
Or maybe some change rooms.
yeah, change rooms, some cubbies, little spots to swap out dirty clothes for clean clothes.
Now what they call grubbies.
Grubbies. And then you can see there was pipe right there. And as you can see, right next to the shower house, change room, whatnot, there was another smaller structure right here, all wood flooring.
I wonder if that was the bunkhouse.
I suppose that could be. It's set on railroad ties. You could fit probably several miners in there, depending on how large that was. But I don't see any other structures on their property any longer. So that would make sense. Right next to the shower, then run on into bed.
Yeah. So I wonder what this little building is. And it's close to the...
Yeah, it's right underneath the line side of the head frame, but it's facing the wrong way to be the hoist house.
It's too little to be a hoist
Yeah,
house.
it's really small.
It's tiny.
Little workbench area.
Yeah, and I don't know what that is. Looks like an animal's been...
Using as a shell storage.
And that wouldn't be a little sink or something, would it?
I don't know. Well, there's a hole that goes through. There could have been a water pipe running through here.
Oh, little stove in the corner.
Yeah, they did have heat in here.
So what would this building be, Richard and all you miners out there?
Richard, Doc, Jeff Williams.
Those are the ones. Round
It's
nails.
just got a small bench, so I mean, this wouldn't be the assay office. I mean, that's
I
not
wouldn't
enough.
have thought so.
I wouldn't have thought that's enough room.
Someone's left their baseball cap.
Oh, that's a shame.
Let's take a look at that head frame. Hang on, before we go to the head frame, this has got a second side to it, a second part.
Oh, I see.
Shelves, maybe?
Oh, possibly. So I wonder, being this close, maybe this was a tool storage?
That's what I think. Right, let's take a look at this head frame.
Yeah, and it's you can see kind of how it's buckling and twisting.
And if it goes, it looks like it's going to go to this way towards that little building.
Right, so it's going to take two things down at once. Oh, it's still got the sheave wheel up top.
And it's open. Oh my goodness me.
Is it open?
Yeah, it's open. It's full of water, but I tell you something, you wouldn't want to take a tumble down there. Let me...
Oh, I can kind of see the reflection.
See the water?
Yeah.
Let me just... Can you hear that?
Yep, and there's a ripple.
God, I wonder how many animals have fallen down there. I'm really surprised they haven't, you know, screened this off.
Gated it off?
Yeah. Just for safety purposes, really.
Yeah, I don't see,
Don't get too
see
close.
sides for what would have been the ladders, but there's not even any way to get down there anymore unless you rappelled, which you're not going to go very far with it filled with water. So, and here you get a better look at some of the destruction there of how those braces have just completely snapped. And then down here, see the nut's gone off of here. These have backed out, warped. This is broken off of there. This isn't long for this world.
I'm going to say it, no explore would be complete without a trip to the outhouse.
This one was kind of hidden.
Oh, double-seater. Filled with a pack rat's nest.
Nice.
Now, we did have a comment the other day. What's our fascination about outhouses? Well, everybody's got to go, but also we like to be thorough, and you never know what you're going to discover.
Yeah, it started out, we saw a building in the distance, went over to it, and it was an outhouse. And it's kind of like, you know, if we see something in the distance, we're going to go to it. And like Andrew said, everybody's got to go to the bathroom. So now you know where you can go. So we are standing on what was the back of the mine, which has collapsed. And you'll see a little better what I mean when we turn around this direction. So there's the rest of the portal. You can see how they had it framed out. That was a doorway at one point.
It's very... Now, I think it's far too cold for rattlesnakes, but just in case.
Yep, let me turn some lights on here.
I'm going in, but I won't be going in too far. In fact...
Is it
well,
worth going in there at all?
I think, to be quite honest, you'll be able to get everything from here. Can you see the rocks glistening?
See, you can see all the major collapse there on the floor right here in front.
And the mine goes back. Actually, let me see if I can get in just a little way. Now remember, folks, my hand is not as steady as Stephen's, so bear with me. No gimbal. So there's the rest of the mine, the adit.
Oh, that's all collapsed.
All
isn't it?
collapsed in.
Yeah.
A huge pack rat's nest in the back. See if I can zoom in on that. I don't know whether or not you can actually see that, it's a bit dark. So there's your pack rat's nest. And you can see, oops, tree roots going up, or coming down I should say. And there's a hole.
So now I'm noticing, because you said about how all the rocks are glistening.
Yes.
You can see now that it's mica that's in the rock.
Mica.
Yeah.
Let me see
Which
if
is
I
like
can...
that,
Oh,
you know, it's like that plasticky looking, it's a very bizarre material.
I don't know if you can... Is that light too bright to see that glistening?
Just walking out to the direction that the ore cars would have gone, out to the ore bin and chutes. See, there's still a few timbers left, but the rest of the bridge has fallen down there, as you can see. Parts scattered all over the place, and I'm sure washed all throughout this, because there's major washouts.
And look at the scenery. I mean, we are miles in the middle of nowhere.
And another thing is there's not a cloud anywhere to be seen.
Oh, over there in that little hill you can see a little road. I wonder whether or not there's any mining going on up there.
Yeah, oh, you can see there's two. The one on the face in that little gully of the mountain, and then one that goes up onto
to the top. Yeah. We won't be hiking that.
No, that's quite the distance away.
And just at the top here, I don't know if you can get that on camera, so behind the head frame you've got the water container.
The tower up there.
Yep.
Beautiful. All right. Finish the pan here, just to show you that it's beautiful. I mean, besides the wind, it's quite windy and chilly today, but other than that, what spectacular scenery. All right, that is the conclusion of our tour around Black Pearl Mine.
Yeah, we hope you enjoyed it. Not as many buildings as we're used to when we explore these mining operations, but it's part of history nonetheless.
Mm-hmm. And we just want to also say a special thank you to all of our patrons. You guys really help us out a lot, and it's much appreciated. And also everybody that helps donate to Fuel Tonto, our home.
The tip jar.
Mm-hmm.
And on that note, get out there, go and explore, put another pin in the atlas, and we will see you on our next adventure or on Patreon. Bye.
Bye.